So that's what's on your mind today? Yeah, duh. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of my podcast On My Mind. In today's episode, we will be talking about me. And I don't know if that is something you would like to hear or not. But yeah, I have a lot of things on mind. Firstly, I'm going to talk about myself a little because people who have seen me just online don't know who the heck I am actually, like in person. A 9-minute video, 10-minute video cannot fully describe me, and I know so will not this podcast episode, but at least we'll try. And then we'll move on in further with all the questions you guys send me on my Instagram. And yeah, let's get started. Firstly, hi everybody, my name is Prashamsha. I am from Nepal. It is a country filled with a lot of culture, values, a South Asian country which is between India and China. I live in the capital city, so I do not have a much difficult life in comparison to people in my country. I have completed my middle school. I am currently in the last year of my high school. It is not usually, talked about. It's just like the high school is already college for people here. Like we literally call it college. So yeah. I am currently studying in St. Xavier's College, Maitikar. I'm studying A levels, non-science subjects like psychology. I dropped economics and business, maths, and English general paper. If I have to talk about me, and if you have come here through my YouTube channel, then you obviously know that I love creating videos. I have been doing it for 4 years now. Wow, that's insane. And yeah, I have not grown a lot in comparison to the efforts I put, but I understand that I did not actually find out about the algorithm and try to, make sense or whatever. I just tried to enjoy myself. It was only last 1 year, I guess in 2021, that I decided I need to grow a little, and then we hit 500 subscribers. I am a loner. I don't have a lot of friends, but I have a very supporting partner. Sometimes good and sometimes bad family members who support me in whatever I do. Like they don't care actually, but yeah, let's just say that they don't interrupt, and they understand if I have to go somewhere to shoot or to edit or stuff like that. So there's that. That's good. That's holistic. Yeah, but the friends I have are very, they mean a lot to me, and I don't, cry about not having a lot of friends. I do, but not like in a real way. It's just like I feel lonely sometimes. I don't cry about it because I eliminated a lot of them myself. And yeah, basically that's my whole life. I am very interested in expanding my creativity. I love to do all the spiritual talking. I am a very, very nice, like great conversationalist. I love to talk with people regarding a lot of things: religion, culture, values, moral, basically philosophy. I am nailing it. So yeah, that's all. I think now I will move on with your questions, and it will be helpful, I guess. Oh yeah, lastly, I am just 18 years old, so don't take me seriously because nobody does. Yeah, whatever. But I do have a very, collective sense of presence, and people say that you really know what you're doing. So yeah, that's the best compliment I got. Okay, somebody asked me, how do you deal with your low phases of life? I don't. Literally, I don't deal with them. I try to do a lot of things like journal it out, and put my thoughts on paper and stuff like that. And you see that on my this anxiety kind of vlog I filmed some time back. And nowadays I just let it consume me. And I know it's not the best of the things you could do, but when nothing seems to work, I let it consume me and give myself the rest I deserve. I mean, I just need to calm down sometimes. Yeah. So that's basically how I deal with it. But mostly, if I meditate and journal on the thoughts, I kind of find my balance a lot of times, and it helps me a lot. It really helps to find guides. I really go to Pinterest a lot and find what suits me, and I love it. Like, I journal that way. Somebody asked me favorite series and song. I don't think anybody can answer favorite song thing. Like, that's really psychotic. I don't understand. I don't have a favorite song, all right? I love so many songs, and it's on my Spotify, and I will link it in my YouTube if you really want to listen. And favorite series will 100% be Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I am a stan because the show is, it's just so fun to watch. The sense of humor is real, there is representation, and the whole vibe of the show, yummy, nice, and I love it. I'm trying to watch The Good Doctor, and I know some of you all will say it is so good, but yeah, I know, okay? I just don't have the energy. I don't know why I cannot start a new series. It's just not me. I don't know. Don't ask me. Anyway, another person asked me, what has been your academic journey like? The schools you attended since day one. So firstly, I went to this school near my house, like local school. It is the local school. Let's not name it. I studied there from playgroup, like the lowermost class, to grade 6. And I was actually the first batch of that school. Like, the school opened for the first time, and I started studying since then. So yeah, I studied there since day one, and then I started studying at Nepal Don Bosco School, which is a worldwide happening Christian school. So there's that. And then I passed out my grade 10 from there, and for high school right now I'm studying at St. Xavier's College, Mightycore. Someone asked me, who do you turn to when you need support? Emotional, educational, social, and entertainment. I I am one of those people who goes through all of her emotions alone, but when somebody else is in need, I'm just like, I'm here at 2 a.m. So if you want to call me, you can call me, okay? But whatever, let's start. Yeah, however, when I do have this really important thing that is literally eating me up from the inside, I like to talk to my closest friends, and then sometimes with my elder brother, but he is a bitch sometimes, so sometimes I don't. Oh my god, I said too much sometimes. Anyway, yeah. And then educational, social, and entertainment, I just contact a lot of people. I have Ansadvi, Anamdai, I have, some people who do not talk to me on a daily basis, but I know when I need them, they will talk to me. Someone asked me, how do you deal with trust issues? It's getting deeper. I usually do not have trust issues, and as I told before, those who I have had trust issues with, I literally cut them off from my life. But yeah, um, I get mostly jealous, and jealousy is something to be talked about, just like trust issues. If you have trust issues, it may be due to valid reasons, and you need to like talk about it in an open space. Talk to people who you are having those issues with, okay? And then I think it can get better. And if it backfires, mostly it is just that you are not with the best of the people. Because when you confront someone and tell them how you feel, if they are not able to take it well, just because you questioned a little bit about their character or whatever it is, I think those people are not the best people you can be with. Facts. Hey, I'm back. I disappeared and I'm back here shooting this thing again. I don't know how to do a whole podcast when there's so much noise, so much distraction. I don't know, okay? Anyway, moving on to the questions. We answered about trust issues, I guess. So, all I want to say is sometimes it is very difficult to trust someone just because you have your own insecurities. Sometimes you go through a lot, and it is very difficult to be close with someone else. But I think it is just a phase. And if you allow yourself to grow and understand that this person is putting in so much effort to just be with you, I think it will all make sense. And that's all the advice I got. Moving on to another question. You guys went real deep. Someone asked me, who are we? I think we are just tiny little creatures floating on one of the planet in this vast universe, and we think we are superior than any of this. We are foolish, we are wise, we are a mix of different things, and that makes us who we are. But sometimes there must be a balance, and I think we are off balance right now, because if there are 50% foolish people, there must be 50% wise people to make a balance. However, that is not happening. And what makes a person foolish and wise is, I think, the consciousness in their actions, and like knowing what they want to do and what they are doing and where are they heading and all of that. So yeah, that's all my philosophy, blah blah. Another question someone asked me: moment you cherish the most at Nepal Don Bosco School. I think I have said this a lot of times on my Instagram. My glory days were the days when I was in leadership, when I was the head girl. I conducted so many events. I loved doing the anchor duty. I was the anchor in so many events. I basically cherish that so much to this day. That's all I remember about me being in school. I remember the time when Father Angel Fernandez came to our college. He was in the position of like Don Bosco himself, and getting to meet him, oh my god, that was surreal. Okay, it was really cool. And yeah, just like that thing I will never forget. Another question is, from when did you start journaling? Okay, funnily enough, I did not ever do that artistic journaling. I never knew how to tear pages like they show in those videos, write beautifully, because my handwriting is freaking messed up. But I started pouring my feelings down on paper since grade 5, which means around 11 to 12 years old, and it was just basically because I was insecure to talk about my feelings with other people, and also because I did not have anyone my age in this family to talk with. Like, I had my brother, but brothers are just like piece of crap sometimes, and they don't listen to you, or they don't know how to give the best emotional advice or something. And honestly, let's not say our family is conservative, but people don't talk about themselves or whatever it is what they are going through, or let's say they used not to they did not do it before. Right now we talk a lot, but like, in the past it was bleh. So I used to write a lot on my journal. Like, I still have it, and it's just all about anxiety. And I was kind of depressed because I did not have much people to talk with, and yeah, that's sad. But yeah, that's it. I keep procrastinating. Got some tips? Yeah, I got some tips, girl. Um, so, if you keep procrastinating, it is basically because you do not like to do this work. And you do not like to do this work because you do not. Okay, so why are you doing this work, firstly? And I think I recently heard this in a podcast where uh, it talks about how not to procrastinate, how to stay motivated, and stuff like that. So there is something called internal motivation and something called external motivation. Internal motivation means something that comes from the inside, something that you want to do. Let me compare it with external motivation. External motivation is when people tell you to do it, when you see something out coming from it, okay? Something like that. Like, you get money from it, you get material, whatever it is, okay? That is external motivation. But internal motivation is because you want to change something, and it is much powerful and long lasting. Let me give you an example. For example, internal motivation comes when you want to clean the room. You are the one who want to, keep that place tidy. But external motivation is something that comes from, like, your mom. She yells at you and tells you, clean this shit. So you actually need internal motivation in your life, and sometimes it is not easy to find, because it is not. Basically, you need to search within yourself and all of that shit, and it is really deep. Like, you can really think about it, like something you really want to do, you will do it no matter what, no matter the hardship, no matter the obstacle and everything. But if it is something that you do not want to do, you have 1,000 reasons to not do it. So I just want you to find the internal motivation, internal factor. If you want to become a doctor, it should not just be about, getting the money, like the end goal. Something should hit you about the process, something you should, fall in love with in the process, which will help you to reach that state. I think that is really important. So, your mindset, this is all about mindset. Like, if you have a really great mindset, then habits are easier to form. And if you have like really good habits, it will, obviously show results. So there's that. Basically, you just need to, find out your internal motivation, and I think you'll stop procrastinating. Another question I have is about how do you do time management and stuff like that. So, time management, I think, is best when you write what the heck you need to do. Like, if you do not know what you want to do, if you have no clear idea, all of the things are, clogging up your brain, it's, everything is chaotic, it just will not make sense. It's basic, okay? First, get a sheet of paper and write what you want to do in life, or whatever you are trying to achieve, like regarding this time management thing, just take a piece of paper and write down what you want to do. And there you start, there you go. Then you need to check out those things, analyze it, what can you do first, and then start, just do it. I think that is something that changed my life. I write a lot just because I do not want it to stay on my, in my brain. I do not want that information lasting in my brain for no reason at all. And it has its pros and cons, honestly. Sometimes I forget a lot of things just because I did not write it down. But yeah, it's okay. I write down a lot and it helps me. At least I'm not burdening my brain with useless information. So there's that. How do you define happiness is the next question. And why did I say next? Next question. Okay, how do you define happiness? I think happiness is a place you reach after, realizing that everything else is, bullshit, honestly. And I know that's not the best definition, but yeah, the place you reach, after going through a lot of drama, after knowing those things, you realize that you are the one who is supposed to create it. It's not associated with someone else's lives, what they give to you, what they grant you. It's not related with your partner, your friend, your family. It's about you. And I think a lot of people need to, engrave that into their souls, because that's how important it is. Happiness does not come from other people. They may make you happy, but after you come back to your home, to your room, when you fall asleep, you are just straight up depressed. That doesn't make you happy, does it? So I don't think happiness is a state of mind, honestly. A state of mind you need to be in. And sometimes people say that you need to be happy all the time, and that's bullshit as well, because it is, happiness is very, very difficult to bring into life. But when you do, it changes you forever. Maybe there will be times again that you feel anxious, you feel all of it, but you always will have hope, just because you have once already experienced that level of happiness. Another question I have is, when does life not feel real to you? And if I'm going to be honest, I'll straight up say, when I read books, I forget everything around me, everything happening. If someone will drop a freaking glass, I will not mind. Bye bye. I will be so invested. I am very invested in books, and I have that since I was a child, so it's not going anywhere. I really, really feel like the world stops when I pick up a book and sit down and really read it. Sometimes I just would like to finish a page. That time maybe I'm not in full on mode, but when I am, boy, I forget everything. So yeah, that's when life does not feel real to me. Another question is about pet peeves ? Well, honestly, what people find annoying, like farts and burps and stuff like that, I really don't mind them. It's just it's natural. It's really natural. Something that annoys me a lot is when people do not like to accept, okay, when people do not like to hear what somebody else has to say. It just shows that they are just self-centered. It just not cool whatsoever. It's one of my pet peeves, and if I find that in a person, I quickly just detached. Okay, bye. That's the first thing that comes in my mind. Another question is, who inspires you the most, and someone you are related or friend. Okay, wait. Someone who really inspires me a lot are some of my friends named Simone and Crystal. Simone is almost an Instagram model, y'all, and I do not spend a lot of time with her. I do not, keep up to date with her, but once in a while when I check in on her, she is always doing fantastic stuff. You can find her on Instagram, Simone Shrestha. I keep resharing her photos because I'm obsessed. And she used to be my school bench partner for 2 years. And whatever we made up, like our little dreams, she is making her fulfill. Like she's fulfilling her dreams, and I'm really so freaking proud of her. And another person, Crystal, I have not even met her. Okay, that's insane. But I feel like we are friends. And she runs a business called Chiku Pasa. And I unfortunately do not I do not order a lot of masks. I reuse what I already have. And but once I order from her, she is absolutely sweetest person I've ever met. Crystal, name cool. I freaking love you. Okay, we need to meet soon. Okay, another question I have is, what vulnerable moment motivated you to plan or organize every moment of your life? Firstly, I do not plan every moment of my life, and even if I do, sometimes I literally fucking fail so bad at it, I cry myself to sleep. Very real talk, y'all. So yeah, things don't work out as much, and whatever you see online on my social media is just the highlight of all my success. But I think I need to share my failures a lot more, so that people don't feel like this. But yeah, I don't even like to share my failures a lot because it's just a lot of crying, and I already have a lot of crying footage on my YouTube. So yeah. But anyway, I think it is not being vulnerable thing. I think it is about realizing I am the creator of my life. If I slip, my whole life slips. I just am in control whatsoever, even though there are a lot of aspects that connect me to other people, like financial, relationship, everything of this sort. I am the ultimate to me, and I have everything in control, honestly. If I have to ask for money, I need to go to my parents. They will not give it just like that. It's just some of those things altogether. And I know I said that with a lot of ease, and I know that I have a lot of privilege and I'm really grateful for it. I always say this. But yeah, whatever I would like to do, I need to take a step further to fulfill it. It will not just happen. And that made me think, like, I need to get my shit together. And I have been doing that since a long time. And also, I think, being okay, firstly, when you are younger, you just don't have much to do. Or I think we in our country, we don't expand the pathways for our children much. Rather than extracurriculars much, I was more focused on academics, and I did really well. From there on, I started planning my stuff, knowing what I'm doing, and yeah, it led me here. Somebody asked me, books you will read this year and your favorite book till now. Wait, let me turn pages. I literally have a freaking list. I have 30 books, so be patient as well as extremely attentive. Here we go. Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. We were liars. They both die at the end. Into the Water. It Ends With Us. Kim Jong 19 something. I have not written it down. Song of Achilles. Karnali Blues. Mountain Is You. Start With Why. Do Less. 4 Hour Week. Daisy Jones and the Six, How to Be a Conscious Eater, Norwegian Wood, Kafka on the Shore, 5 Feet Apart, Radha, Will Grayson, The Alchemist. I want to read it again because when I read it, I was in grade 7, and I don't think I understood anything. Hari Bahadur, Dharma by Amish Tripathi, Death by Sadhguru, A Little Life, Malibu Rising, The Transgender Issue, Small Pleasures, The Only Study Guide You Will Ever Need, One of Us is Lying, and Red, White, and Royal Blue. Also, Beyond Possible by Neem Sai. These are 30 books altogether, but I also have a lot more, okay? I just aim to finish this. And if you ask me about my favorite book, I will just say I don't have any. I will never have any favorite book. But if I have to recommend something to you, I will definitely say A Thousand Splendid Suns by Khalid Hosseini. I cannot. I will cry if I start talking about it. It's the last book I read. It's intense, it's dramatic, it's filled with a lot of things that will make you think a lot, thought-provoking, period. Okay? That's it. That's all I want to say. And the last question we have is plan for 2022. And yeah, that's basically my last podcast episode. So that means you have not watched it or heard, listen to it. Yeah, that's what. And maybe you should. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you for sticking by. This was a freaking long episode. I don't know how am I gonna edit it, but here we go. Here we are. Thank you so much. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.